Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, chess enthusiast. This is another in a series of tutorial videos about aspects of chess that make it such a fascinating game. This is mainly for chess players who don't actually play chess a lot, but who are interested in the game and want to find out more about it. This video is about capturing a pinned piece. Here's the situation. You are white, seated at the bottom. It is your move. You and your opponent have about equal material. You choose to move your rook to f2, putting black's king in check. Black could easily move out of check. He could move his king to any number of squares. For example, he could move it to g6. But instead of doing that, black chooses to get out of check by interposing his knight on f6. His knight is now pinned. As things are right now, his knight is incapable of moving because if it did move, he would be putting his king in check, and that's not allowed. But now it's your turn, and you can take advantage of this serious mistake that black has made. You move your pawn to g5, attacking his knight. Again, his knight cannot legally move. He has to play something. So he moves his pawn to b3, for example. Then you capture his knight. You can do it with either your pawn or your rook. And you have just won his knight. And now you have an advantage, which should be sufficient advantage with careful play for you to go ahead and win the game. Now here's a follow-up quiz. If you choose to participate, in a moment I will suggest that you pause the video if you need to consider your answer and then resume the video. Suppose you are black, seated at the top. It is your move. You are equal with your opponent in material. You choose to attack your opponent's queen by moving your bishop to c6. White should definitely not capture your bishop because it is guarded by your b-pawn. Your b-pawn could then capture his queen. White could easily move his queen out of attack. He could move to f2, for example. But instead, your opponent decides to interpose his knight on e4. This pins his knight. That is, although his knight is still capable of moving, if it were White's turn as things stand now and he were to move his knight, you would capture his queen. That's why we say that his knight is pinned. This was a mistake on White's part. How can you take advantage of his mistake? This is the time to pause the video if you need to consider your answer and then resume the video. Black, to take advantage of White's mistake, you can play your pawn from f6 to f5, attacking his knight. White can now break the pin if he chooses, but it's too late. He has lost his knight. And that's my tutorial on capturing a pinned piece. I invite you to look for other tutorials in this series. Thank you for watching.